But yeah, we're going to be continuing with Greatest Attorney today. I gotta stop dropping my phone. For context, I've been doing that all week. Like, wow. It's not okay. My grip on my phone is looser than my grip on my own self-consciousness. So, last case kinda sucked. Something that's going to be happening throughout the game, as you will probably see, is that we will be meeting Sherlock Holmes, except not.
You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What? Don't be absurd. This is murder. I need cabin locked from inside.
Ah yes, the locked room. But that mystery is paper thin.
You don't mean the culprit is in there?
A great British consultant.
So, sorry to interrupt this real quick, but I have a feeling we are... Protagonist dude is the guy in the cabinet, and best friend dude and dramatic effect is the guy who's been murdered. So, why am I in handcuffs? Because you were in a closet, dude. Please don't tell me you're the suspect for 2 cases in a row. The first time the protagonist being the suspect was kind of funny. Ha ha ha. No, not twice in a row. That's kind of rude. Uh-oh. It's a murder case in an Ace Attorney game, ladies and gentlemen. The leg is a foot. So here's the thing with locked room mysteries. I played Danganronpa, so I know this one quite well. It's always a red herring. Whenever it's mentioned, it's almost usually just to draw your attention away from the fact there's a very obvious way in which it is not a locked room. So here's a question that I'm going to have to ask. So, dramatic effect, the guy who's dead here, he's Japanese, like very much Japanese. Why is his dying breath message, his last death message, is in very legible Russian? Like, I know we're in a Russian crewed ship, but like, he also knows that Bruno, main protagonist dude, is in the cupboard. So like, wouldn't he want to write a last message that he would see? A message in Japanese, perhaps, to appoint the killer? Something tells me that the last message is phony, is what I'm saying. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these 4 walls. What? There's no way out of the room? Huh! Imagine if there was just like, oh, I don't know, an air vent in the top left of your suit. I'ma stop now. That's so very obviously the case, but I'm gonna stop giving it to the... They're trying so hard. They're trying so hard. It feels so heavy, it's still throbbing like anything. Ah, so you were given a knockout gas. What's the real reason, dude? Oh, because I see a potential in you. You fight for a defense attorney because you are a good man. You know the right. You have the power. You are a great defense attorney. Insert reason here. It really does not matter then. If you were to become a lawyer, you could do something very relevant to my incredibly personal backstory that's definitely going to be relevant 2 to 3 cases down the line that, you know, we're never going to talk about at all. Because I'm dead. What happened last night? Please don't tell me you don't remember. If you don't remember again, dude, this is the 2nd time in a row where you are the main suspect in a case which will be solved immediately if you could just stop having short-term memory loss. You don't even have it, but you seem like you have it every single time something pertinent comes up. Like, dude, can you not remember the basic facts of life? Well, yes. So, dramatic effect and Bruno, protagonist dude, probably ate, both ate some of the food, which contained some sort of knockout poisoning in the food. At which point, the real killer crawled into the vents, killed dramatic effect, thinking he was the only one in the room, set up the room to make it look like, you know, that's not the case, that he died in some sort of fight or something, blah blah blah, and then left, and nobody was the wiser. There's no one else who could have possibly done this. It's a small ship. like, you should be able to account for where everybody was that night. Just find the one dude who was not accounted for. Bam, simple as that. So I imagine this is what we have to present. I don't know why, but... When I was discovering the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, is main protagonist actually gonna be smart for once? Because if this thing was over both of the doors and he was inside the doors, then how in the world did he put the paper on the doors? This ventilator looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. I appreciate the game not immediately telling us who the culprit is, but let's be honest, the culprit is almost always the most flamboyant person in the room. Almost always. When and how the plate ended up on the floor, I mean, if I were to make a guess, I imagine that both of them were filled with knockout powder, and then when dramatic effects knockout effect kind of started to kick in, he fell over and knocked everything off the table with him. Either that or the culprit tried to make the room look like there was some sort of struggle, make it look like that there wasn't knockout powder involved at all. Oh, he didn't eat the chicken, okay. That's pretty interesting. So maybe there was some sort of struggle. Oh, okay, sure. So this is, Sherlock Sholmes. He's annoying. To be honest, you're using a very commonly used not logical fallacy, actually. You're assuming that just because one statement you made is true, that everything you said must therefore have been a brilliant deduction. It's called shotgunning the answer. Don't do it. I am none other than Sherlock Sholmes, and I've come to ruin the story pacing. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. There's a very important point to make as well. Why would dramatic effect leave a message in Russian pointing to the wardrobe? That makes no sense. Why would he want to point out us in the wardrobe? This message, it says Maggie Bird, but the Maggie is spelled incorrectly. Calligraphy was always a reflection of his heart, which is why his dying message was left in Russian. Is nobody gonna bring that up? Seriously. Game, it's not funny. It's not funny. Dear God, is it not funny? Very common. This morning's paper. You're on a boat. You're on a boat. How'd you get a paper? This one was in the trailer. This fact was in the I saw a trailer for the game, and part of it was in this. A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I mean, if the little foreshadowing thing that played at the beginning of the chapter means anything, it means it's a snake. Almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mown down at once. It almost looks like somebody was trying to make it look like there were signs of struggle. Why are you— no! Don't tamper with the evidence. What? That's stupid! Why would you do that? Oh hey, there's another dude now. Oh, no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. I can't help that I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Is it the butler from the last case? I could tell from his glasses. Got him. I hated him. For a police chief detective, he was absolutely daft. My orders were to act as bodyguard. Dude, you did a job at that. I don't even need to try and hold back a swear there. You did a terrible job at that. Like, wow. Anything at all I can do to help now? Just say the word. Let us investigate the other room, please. So this is going to be relevant. I imagine later on in the case, there's going to be a point that's brought up wherein the quote-unquote culprit will have had to move around the ship. And wherein if we bring up the evidence that Bruno was in fact a stowaway, then we can establish, I'm not culprit, you stinky. Something along those lines. Last night's log is mostly blank. Nothing to report. Well, what does it say? He said mostly blank, so what does it say, huh? This is the cabin next to ours, the one the ventilator connects to. Yes, yes. Blah 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 blah. Good day. Blah 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 blah. My mother gave me a name. Thank you. Biff Stroganoff. Oh, I forgot how good the pun names in this game are. Stroganoff, I need to tell you, you are one hunk of beef. Let me tell you, you are some beef. Wait, can we talk about how these two sailors have profile indications, but the third one doesn't? Is this beef Stroganoff dude actually relevant to the story? So the guy just up and leaves, go get the captain, and the logic of our protagonist is, yes, now is our moment to go snooping around in places where we aren't supposed to belong, when we know the captain of the ship is coming down. It came from inside the cabin. It must have been a woman. Where have you been? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is the part of the trailer that I saw. So, this is one of the fun mechanics during the investigation segments of the game. When you are investigating with Mr. Sherlock Holmes, you can do some fun little investigations that you would not otherwise be able to do by yourself. Let's go, gameplay elements. So this is one of the funner parts of the investigation segments. So if I understand correctly from the trailer I watched, basically the premise is Sherlock Holmes is going to make a series of deductions. And then it's our job as the protagonist to blatantly point out where he's wrong, call him a dummy, and say, "No, you idiot. This is what's supposed to happen." I already saw this part. It was in the trailer. If we zoom around to the backside of this quote-unquote man, we will find that there is not exactly a very manly feature about him. Yeah, indeed, you have identified the precise— Shut up! Shut up! Dude, careful with those scissors! Dude! Dude, you nearly hurt yourself. Duh. I am 15. Oh. Girl, you locked something in that case. It's gonna suffocate in there. Alright. So, we did the fun part. Now I imagine there's gonna be another, what, hour until we actually get to the fun court stuff where we do more deduction. So, hope y'all are comfy. At times, I wonder how anybody puts up with me. I wonder as well. I have no money of my own. Only a little foot, and we dance all over the world. Girl, I'm not gonna lie, those earrings that you're wearing there are probably worth a good penny if they would change your little sprite animation and reveal a bit more of that. Those things look quite valuable. You could probably sell those. Okay, girl, you've got a live animal in your case. You should probably let him out. Oh, it's important what kind of animal it is. The only reason the game wouldn't let her finish her sentence about what kind of animal is it is because it's important to the case of the story. Isn't it dog? Okay, that line's funny. Alright, let's talk with him. Oh. Oh, he actually got beat up. Oh, that's great. That's so... I how he wipes the one side of his mouth that isn't bruised. You know who she is? Ah, yes. We had to give this man another character trait. So, we made him a ballet fan. Anyways, hope y'all enjoy. He's gonna be another relevant character in the case, and I can guarantee you he will find another way to waste an hour and a half of your time. The ballet girl didn't do it, I don't think. The game's trying way too hard to make her sympathetic. But I do think that her quote-unquote pet is probably very, very relevant. Come on, Butler, tell us. What's relevant? Oh, sweet. Finally, we can actually look at some of this stuff. This is actually very good. This will probably tell us quite a lot. Damage to the cervical... This man's spine got hit. This man got hit in, like, the spine. The part that connects the spine to the brain. Ugh. Oh, that's rough. What's interesting, though, his neck was broken, but, like, normally when you break somebody's neck by twisting it, normally, that causes internal bleeding, which causes some bruising. That when you twist a man's neck, that will cause some bruising. So why didn't it look like that? A blunt object, something that would have left him... A blunt object will still cause quite a bit of bruising. Look at your face. Look at your face. Your face is clear evidence that a mark would have been left, dude. In order to hit a dude in the back of the neck hard enough to break their spine, you need to throw some force at it, which, in my opinion, would cause bruising. However, the game disagrees with me, so I'm gonna let it slide. It's not like someone was carrying a baseball bat around. A metal baseball bat or anything. And again, the room is locked. The only two ways into the room are the locked door and the vent that leads to the other room, which was probably also locked, though maybe not. We don't know for sure. I'm genuinely curious right now. Oh, this is what I love about detective games. I could care much less about these character interactions. Actually working through this puzzle is legitimately entertaining. I love it. This is what I wanted the first case to be. It's shoe polish. Oh, the stain on the ground. Yeah, interesting. Oh. Oh, it wasn't just his chicken. It wasn't just Dramatics Effect chicken. Wait, if the knockout gas was in the chicken of all the crew on the first floor, it makes sense in hindsight. Like, the culprit has to have snuck around the sailors, the guards. They have to have gotten around the place somehow. Watching this man just fall over, that was great. That was great. It would be consistent with the fact that he was unconscious. He was knocked out like everybody else was. Everybody except for Dramatic Effect Man. Dramatic Effect Man was still awake at the time because he didn't eat any of the chicken. His last report was at 1:30. And the last entry in the diary was at 1:35. That's consistent. At some point between 1:30 and 2 a.m., Beef Stroganoff, that's when the knockout stuff kicked in. I mean, this would make sense, actually. What if last night all the sailors got knocked out, then there was some really rough waves? That would knock all the stuff over and cause a commotion that caused, say, the table in the other room to get knocked over and whatnot as well. The dinner dishes got knocked off the table. It would also explain why, if Dramatic Effect was conscious, why he didn't use the rope. Maybe he did use the rope to call for help, but nobody was awake. They were all unconscious. It could also reasonably explain why nobody seems to want to say what happened last night. It could be very well that nobody wants to admit that they were out cold the night of a murder case. Oh, are you gonna fix them again? Don't! Ugh, that's evidence! That is evidence towards the case. That's the alarm going off. Oh. Crash into another ship. What? The hell? That was uncalled for. Yo! It clicked! It clicked! I just got it! I just got it! That's why all the books are sideways. That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. There were some rough waters last night. Someone hit the alarm. Someone hit the alarm to cause the ship to stop. That would cause all the things to slide forward, which would cause the bolt to slam closed. They didn't go through the vent. They just went through the door. It's never a locked room. All right. So the only question that's left now is who? I have a pretty good feeling that it's nobody who we've met so far. I'm fairly confident in saying the culprit is nobody who we've met thus far. It's someone we haven't met. If I was to place money, probably the captain. Current running theory. Somebody, probably the captain, just the guess. Though, the only reason I'm saying it's probably the captain is because the captain is the only named character we have not met yet. And I feel pretty confident that all of the characters that we have met to this point are not the killer. Yeah, what was with that? Very convenient. A false alarm? Very good question. How did that happen? Okay, sure. You have no jurisdiction here, then why are you on the boat? You suck at being a police officer, you suck at being a bodyguard. Why are you here? Oh, my pretty princess. That's a good look for you. Rubles are money. Rubles is a form of currency, you idiot. Hurry up. Come, no, don't get me, don't get me, hurry up. Stop doing the visual novel thing and just tell us. Behold. What are you doing, you idiot? I mean, we all saw this coming, and it would be Biff Stroganoff who would be unfazed by it. I don't know if I would call that speckled. It's striped, it's not speckled. I literally just said that. I literally just said that, game. Last night, the snake entered the cabin. Okay, yeah, that seems reasonable. I feel less certain about that conclusion because 1, the snake is striped, and 2, Sherlock Holmes is the one trying to tell me that that's the correct answer. And as we have established, Sherlock Holmes is a certifiable idiot. She's turned white. Oh, this lady was already a ghost from the start. Like, let's be real, this lady's skin is quite literally pale. And her hair color being like a bleach blonde doesn't help either. You're a ghost now, that's your nickname. I don't think I gave you like a proper nickname last time here. So congratulations, Ghosty. You did it. You got yourself a nickname. that got a question mark? I felt it was pretty clear that the snake was the friend. I mean, there was the living animal jumping in the suitcase last time. Checking your pockets? Ghosty, what have you done? Okay. Interesting point for me to try and highlight out there. You're missing an earring. Interesting. Oh, she hasn't noticed yet even? Fascinating. Bro, there's no way that photo was there before. There is no way that photo was there before. Come on, game. If Ghosty didn't bring the snake, why is there a snake in this cabin right now? Wait. The cat had a name? Cat had a name? Let's see here. Dark? The black cat is named Darka. Oh, it's a little kitty toy! I hate how he says precisely after getting something completely wrong and somebody else showing him up. Precisely, I knew that the whole time because I'm Sherlock Holmes. Interesting. So this would imply that Ghosty also did not get hit with the sleeping powder. If for some reason we meet all of the other relevant named characters, and none of them give off the obviously the bad guy scent, I have some suspicions. Aw, it's gonna make me do this? Okay. Well, it's obviously the mark on the floor then, but I wanted it to be the sword so bad. The discovery that they let him keep a sword in there on the condition that it was a blunt sword would crack this case open. Cover of dramatic effect shoes. Looking at the mark, it's not hard to imagine what happened. For some reason, tripped. That would be so lame. And we know that's not an answer. We know that's not an answer. Come on. Okay, so let's follow along with the game here. Assume it was a trip. He literally tripped, and on his way down, broke his neck. Disgusting. Okay. Why would this lady have any need to want to try and hide that? The worst thing she would have done is, like, cause him to go look at the speckled band. That wouldn't have been a problem. Oh, hey! Look at that. It's the other half of the cup. Oh, that's not a glass. That's the cat spell. We're not gonna let Ghosty get punished for that, though. He tripped. That's not Ghosty's fault. Ghosty even tried to call the cat back, from the sounds of it, with the quote-unquote speckled band. Oh. Oh, never mind. I would really hate if this case ended with a tripping, by the way. I know it's not. There's still some unexplained elements, like the victim's quote-unquote final message in Russian. There's still more to discover, and there's still plenty of characters we haven't seen yet, I imagine. But I gotta say, the tripping angle really taking me out of the case hard. You're right, where is it? Why is it here? Thank you! It's his snake! Oh, I didn't say. Snake is my friend. His name is Piroshko. Piroshko the snake. Snake of beef stroganoff. Victim who lost his life in a cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. He wasn't. Was it truly an unfortunate accident? Well, no. The problem is right there on the screen. He died instantly from a blow to his neck. There was no potential possibility for him to write a message, let alone a Japanese man writing a message in Russian. Something has happened here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give the game this.
I don't like the tripping angle. I think the game realizes that the tripping angle is lame and doesn't make sense, and instead of trying to keep us on that path, they're addressing it immediately and course correcting us. Good job, game. Good job. There is no way he could have left the message on the floor, and the reason why is clearly explained here. Damage to the cervical vertebrae, resulting in instant death. Look at the game being smart. Yeah, baby. Look at this game. It's not the only reason either. Something else we found in his cabin. Oh, there's more? It was broken in half and the victim tripped over a cat and fell. Where's the flaw? There's a very big flaw. If that's really what happened, then how did one half of the hell end up back? One half ended up here, but the other half remained in there. Why wouldn't it? True. Why wouldn't all of the bell have been taken away? The more reasonable explanation that the game can't explain yet, but can explain later, is that when the ship's emergency stop triggered, that's when the other half of the bell came into the light. When the bell was first broken, one half of the bell shard was flung such a way that it could not be retrieved or otherwise was just hard to find. Daughter of strong sailor. No. No. Don't tell me, game. Don't you dare tell me that these two are related. Okay. Well, not directly related. Not directly related, but they have history. Cabin door couldn't have been bolted shut from the outside. Very true. Well, not very true when you consider the emergency stop. A way to shut the bolt on the cabin door from the outside. Yeah. Dude, the game's actually being smart. The first case had me very worried that the game was going to treat me like a dumb idiot baby for the entire game. But no, it's actually doing smart things. Some kind of emergency happened last night. Are we going to talk about the sleeping things as well? Is the entire case just going to unfold right before us? I would love it. Some emergency gripped us last night. This is the ship's log. The lack of entries. Shortly after 2 a.m., something happened. Your head. The throbbing of your head since this morning. I love it. The game's actually treating me like a smart human being. And, like, it let me notice these things. And it's not holding off on making me notice these things in order to make a logical deduction. Thank you, game. Your first case had me very worried. Oh. Unless that is. Every single member of the crew is a conspirator. Okay, that's a little rough, my man. No. You don't say. It is a conspiracy. I mean, I already knew the crew was letting Ghosty just, you know, escape from Russia because of the news story and whatnot. But the sleeping drugs was a group effort? No. Okay, so they picked her up at Shanghai, and that's why they didn't say they made port. They picked her up last night. And that's where they got the newspaper. We're doing it again. I'm curious though, how much more of this we have to go before we get to court proper? Like, the game is laying it on thick right now. How much more is there left for the game to give us? Oh? Okay then. Hello there. The evidence that proves what the stain on the back of the uniform is. I have a pretty good feeling it's probably the photo, since there's an ink bottle in that photo. Oh man. It is just a full conspiracy. A kitten on which the victim stumbled. However, if those are the facts, one particularly in Erebus, it seems to be somewhat unnatural. Do they mean Wait, why is his fist closed? Wait. If he tripped and he knew he was falling, he would have his palms open to try and catch himself, would he not? Oh, that's... Yes! Is that it? That's it. Wow. That's good, game. That's good. I had never even considered that. Is he holding the missing earring from Ghosty? Wait, did Ghosty actually do it? Come on. Show us the money. Show us the money. No way. They're really opening and shutting this case before we even leave the ship? Well played to Ace Attorney then. Well, of course, now we've got to ask ourselves why. Please give us a nice little explanation as to why, my dear Ghosty. Oh. Dramatic effect. No. Ghosty, no. He was very polite and kind. Then what did you do with it? What? Just, why? No. That's why? You just got recognized? And didn't want anybody to know? No. Oh, you stupid fool. Huh. They made the tripping interesting. Okay, like, there are a couple of small faults in this case, don't get me wrong. The Shattered Glass Bell, both halves should have been picked up well before. Seaman Stroganoff could have very easily have just written nothing to report and the rest of the crew log, but those are small minor things, not things that completely upset the mystery, and you know what? I'll give you this, Capcom. You got me. The whole reason I didn't suspect this was because I was expecting this case to go a lot longer. I was expecting there to be way more characters. I was expecting to get to court. But instead, I went from a 6-hour, way too long case 1 to a very well compact 7-hour case 2. Dramatic Effect had let slip that there was some sort of detective aboard the ship. If anything had let leaked, the inspector could have found out, the butler could have found out, and that could have been... Oh no. Oh no. I will say though, making the actually sympathetic stowaway character the murderer, respect. Did not expect that. Fully was looking for other options. I think I said multiple times that, oh, it's probably somebody we haven't met yet, because I don't think any of the people we have met is the killer. Although, the game has prepped me. The game has told me to expect anything, and if anything, that should mean that these next few predictions are only going to be more and more accurate. Alright, so here we go. Mr. Holmes, what, you're gonna take us on as your apprentice or something? So that way we don't have to go back to Japan, we can follow you to Britain. And from there, you're gonna continue to be a relevant character for the rest of the game, much to my unamusement. That last one doesn't count. You can't predict my unamusement because I know for certain it's already going to happen. So let me get this straight. Not only was this butler a direct hindrance of the investigation in the first case, he was also indirectly the cause of Dramatic Effect's death in the second case. You've got to get yourself checked out here. You've got all sorts of bad traits. End chapter 2. Okay. Well. That, if I could well so say for myself, that was certainly an improvement. My music theory brain is having an orgasm.